October 22, 2011. Stanford is gashing the University of Washington for a school record 446 yards on the ground. The praise goes to quarterback Andrew Luck for his audibles and to the tailbacks for their speed. But the truth is, much of the credit should go to a football savant.
Conor was able to tell us exactly what they were doing.
The play lasts 5 seconds, play lasts 7 seconds, it's over. And he's already taken a picture of it in his head.
I think he has a beautiful football mind.
I swear to you, he's got a photographic memory. The kid doesn't forget a thing.
I'm very grateful for my memory, and whatever it is, I'm not going to trade it for anything.
Conor McFadden is Stanford's backup center who photographs every play with his mind. He had a 4.4 grade point average at his Minnesota high school, scored 35 out of 36 on the ACT. And when he turned down Princeton to walk on at Stanford in 2010, he realized the best way to stand out was his intellect.
When I came in here, I weighed a soaking wet 250 pounds. And so I couldn't do anything my freshman year. I couldn't block anyone. And I figured if I learned the playbook better than anyone else, I could find a role. And I just said, you want to know, I'm going to memorize this thing. And by day 3, I had the playbook.
What did the coaches say when you memorized that playbook in 3 days?
Well, I think the best way to describe it is they looked at me as a science experiment.
The science experiment began in the 2011 season opener against San Jose State. In college football, rules prevent teams from snapping photos during a game. So from the sideline, McFadden took mental pictures of every San Jose State defensive alignment and diagrammed them on a whiteboard to show offensive coordinator Mike Bloomgren.
It's just like how in the NFL, when you go to the sideline and you have the pictures, the still pictures of the sideline and then of the end zone. Obviously, we don't get that advantage in college. And so our still photographer is Conor McFadden.
I guess I try to use that camera inside my head, take a 6-second video of it, and then just try to translate that onto the board as fast as I can. So then we can talk about what's going on, how do we fix it, how do we attack it.
6 weeks later, in that 2011 game against Washington, McFadden told Bloomgren that every time Andrew Luck audibilized, the Huskies' safeties retreated, which is why they ended up running for the school record.
We really knew we had him because Conor was telling me this information. And from that time on, that moment on, he had to travel because he had so much value to our football team.
By his junior year of 2012, McFadden had done enough with his whiteboard to earn a scholarship. But McFadden's dream all along was to actually play. Throughout the 2013 preseason, he was in a tight battle for the starting center spot until Bloomgren made a final decision.
I just said we'd come to the point where we had to pick somebody, and it's not going to be you this time.
I could have hung my head and complained and sulked, but that's just not me. That's not my personality. And so I was like, you want to know what? I'm going to have my best year possible I can on that whiteboard.
This season, he diagnosed Washington State's safety blitz tendencies, which led to 3 long touchdown passes.
If the opponents knew how valuable he was, it would be a part of their recruiting regimen. Everyone would go out and try and find a Conor McFadden.
I'm just a guy trying to make a difference, and I hope the whiteboard is the difference. And if that's my legacy here, that's not a bad legacy to have.